Live on the Husky YouTube channel and presented by the W Digital Network, Winterset Husky Softball is on the air. The W Digital Network, powered by AHV Productions, is sponsored by Farmers and Merchant State Bank, Winterset Dental, Whitney Messerschmitt with Edward Jones, Hold Our Youth Tight, Tiki Treats, Applegate Tax and Accounting, Madison County Healthcare System, Agriland FS, The Sports Page Grill, Roush Collision and Restoration, McDonald's, Swanson Masonry, Alyssa Tadlock, Madison County Realty, Suds and Pups Laundry and Dog Wash, the Pizza Ranch of Winterset, Jones Creek Apparel, Montross Pharmacy and Gift Shop, the Husky Booster Club, and now Winterset Husky Softball.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Winterset High School here at Steve Corcoran Field for our final regular season game of the year. It's the Winterset Huskies at 24-14, ranked 11th in Class 4A, taking on the 15th ranked 26-11 Des Moines Roosevelt Rough Riders. Blake Walker with you here this evening from Steve Corcoran Field. Another warm night of softball, but to end out the regular season before we get going into postseason play on Saturday. An Iowa Alliance foe takes on here a Raccoon River Conference matchup just to tighten things up, put a bow on the end of the regular season. Roosevelt has been very impressive. This is the third straight year that the Rough Riders have eclipsed 25 wins. It was 25 the first 2 years. Roster coach Christina Smith has a very good team below her, as does Winterset, who is arguably playing some of their better softball they've played all season here toward the end of the regular season. Here's your starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the Rough Riders and the Huskies.
Again this year we are your cleanup batter and designated player number 17, Bernie Weil. Hitting fifth, playing center field, number 4, Avery Vukovic. Your sixth batter and playing right field, number 21, Nani Bell. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 8, Jalea Lee. Batting eighth, base, number 22, Grace Bell. And your catcher tonight, number 23, Ariana Crawford. Now your starting lineup for the Winterset Huskies. Leading off and playing left field, number 1, Ashlyn Devine. Your shortstop, batting second, number 10, McKenna Olson. Playing third base, Macy Olson. Your second base and hitting fifth, number 12, Neela Applegate. Batting sixth and behind the plate, number 5, your designated player and your eighth batter, number 35, Zoe Hope. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 14, Addie Gross. Please stand and join us in honoring our country with the playing of the national anthem.
So we are all set to go tonight from Winterset High School. Kylie Nelson will start in the circle tonight. It's the Huskies of Winterset taking on the Rough Riders of Roosevelt. I said it was hot, and I wasn't lying. 88 degrees tonight is the current temperature, and as of right now, humidity sitting at about 54%. Wind will be out of the southwest. Season. 16-10 record overall, giving up 159 hits, 102 strikeouts, and a 3.66 ERA in 2025. This is a Roosevelt team, like I said, that has just been a really cool story the last couple years for a team that had really struggled to get at least 15 wins for the longest time. Has now rattled off 3 straight seasons with 25 or more victories. Coach Christina Smith has done a great job here with the Rough Riders. And like I said, this year, very young. So we'll see what happens tonight. Roosevelt in their all dark blue pinstripes. Winterset's going to be in all white this evening. Haley Burriola, the shortstop, will lead things off here for the Rough Riders. Ball number 1. Burriola, 43 hits this year, a .410 hitter, 30 RBIs. This one she pops up to shallow center, and that one's going to get down for a hit. Roosevelt is on with a base hit early. That one just dropped over Wilson at the shortstop position. Clara Page, the pitcher and really do-it-all leader here for Roosevelt, steps up to bat, leads the team in hits, RBIs, wins on the pitching side, strikeouts total on the pitching side, ERA, a do-it-all kind of athlete. Closest, which was Burriola, who's now at 7 less. Nelson's upstairs there, and it's 2-0 to start the at-bat. Get 3-1 here. Runner takes off to second base, and safe in time is Burriola. This is what Roosevelt likes to do. They've attempted 108 stolen bases this year, and they've gotten now 102 of them. So a team that likes to get around the base pass. 3-1 pitch. This one is launched to deep left field, and that thing is going to go foul. Off the bat of Page. I talked about it, only 2 seniors on the team. Avery Vukovic, the only one that's in the starting lineup. So Roosevelt, definitely a lot to look forward to considering how good they've been the last couple years. Here's the 3-2 that's slapped down the left field line and foul. Still got a runner up on second, 3 balls and 2 strikes here. See runner here. Here for Roosevelt. Nelson catches just the outside corner for strike 1. And easily on to second base are the Rough Riders. Now playbook's wide open here for Thompson. Which misses high for Nelson. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Junior .440 hitter. Back to the second baseman, bobbled off of Neela Applegate's It goes by for ball one. Roosevelt jumping out early, staying aggressive on the base paths as we expected him to. 1-0 pitch just barely misses. Defensively, with the runner still up in scoring position. That one sent foul down the right field line to make it 2-1. Roosevelt plays their playoff game same time as Winterset does on Saturday nights. 5 o'clock over at Roosevelt High School. The Iowa City Liberty come to town. Roosevelt got the Eastern Iowa bracket, if you will. Iowa City West tomorrow night. The winner of that game plays Linn-Mar. So if Roosevelt were to beat Iowa City Liberty on Saturday, they would then jump ahead to Tuesday night and face most likely Linn-Mar, who is the top seed in the bracket. 29-6. The Lions have been really good this year. This is another shallow hit. Neela Applegate makes the grab, looking up through the sun. Out for out number 2 up against Vukovic.
Now batting number 21, Nani Bell.
And Nani Bell, the right fielder, will come out and hit here with the runner still up on second base and now 2 outs down. So Roosevelt still a tough path to try to get to the state tournament. Linn-Mar a very good team. Lead the team. 17 overall for Roosevelt, 26 RBIs and a .352 batting average. Fouls that one back, and it's quickly 0-2. Nelson trying to get out of here. 0-2 pitch. That one line right back up the middle. That's going to go all the way to Natalie Smith in center. Roosevelt will not try it, and now Roosevelt going to play a couple games here and going to keep Bell on first base here, trying to get the runner at third to go home. Does not work, but it's a single right back up the middle. And Jalea Lee, first baseman, will step up to bat here for Roosevelt here. Already down on their 7th hitter. Rough Riders bats working early here. Runs for Lee. 286 hitter as a junior. First pitch is in there for Nelson. Roosevelt steals the base again. And for Winterset, most of the time you're just going to have to give those up, or else the runner on third base probably going to go home with ease. 0-1 pitch. Lee chops this thing up, and Olsen makes the grab. So 2 left on, but 2 score. Roosevelt leads over Winterset 2-0. We'll see in the bottom of the first.
We're really excited to announce the addition of our tow truck. In addition to our rental cars, this is going to give us a unique ability to serve you better. We're going to have the ability to take the phone call from you stranded on the side of the highway after a deer hit or a collision, with the potential to load a rental car up on the back of our truck, deliver it to you on the side of the highway, get you back on your way to work or to home, load your accident vehicle up, bring it back to the shop where we can handle your claim process from there.
Bottom of the first inning here. Winterset down early against Roosevelt. Rough Riders bats getting rolling in the early portions. Clara Page is the one pitching tonight for Roosevelt, the sophomore, making her 21st start of the year. 12-8 record, 83 strikeouts, a 2.05 ERA. And Ashlyn Devine will lead us off. She chops this one short. A race to the bag in time and safe. Devine able to leg it out. And is on with a single to start us off. McKenna Olson will step up to bat here tonight. McKenna going to get through the whole regular season without missing a game. She starts 39 out of 39 games this year. She's showing bunt early. Throw on to first. They're going to get McKenna, but it does advance Devine over onto second base.
Now at the plate,
Small
2,
ball being
Zoe
played early
Breeding.
by Winterset, and Zoe Breeding will step up to bat. Great year for the senior, Zoe Breeding. 7 home runs, 42 RBIs. The team total 25 homers. A .491 batting average for Zoe. It's played and started but all but 2 games this year. That one low and away for ball 1. Can play 40 games in the regular season here with the girls' union. Winterset going to come up just short. But it is amazing to see the discrepancy between some teams want to play just their regular season. They don't do tournaments. They don't do anything. Breeding gives it a ride to right field. That thing's right over top of the right fielder's head, Bell. Devine will turn on it from third base and will score with ease. It's a double for Zoe Breeding with an RBI attached to it.
After the double by Breeding, now batting first base, number 16.
It brings up
Macy
number
Olsen.
16, Macy Olson. One out down and a runner up on second base here for Olson. That one on the outside corner. You know, for the whole season, Macy wore number 3. And on bound, it always showed up as number 3. Well, now it says 3-16, so Coach Smith knew what she was doing. I wonder if it's something to do with the white jersey. They only had a 16 in the white jersey. Did Olson go? Yes, she did. And it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here for Olson. .321 hitter this year. That one just misses low and outside. Good eye there, and it's 1-2. So Winterset trying to respond with a couple runs of their own. Might just be an offensive night for both teams. 1 homer this year for Macy, 14 RBIs. Reaches out to go get that one. Second baseman on the hop. Still got her. Bobbled just a slight bit by Grace Bell, but was able to 14 RBIs. Does advance Zoe Breeding. Reaches out to go get that one. Second baseman on the hop. Still got her. Bobbled just a 393 hitting this year for Neela. Good senior season despite a couple injuries, keeping her out of a couple games. 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. Gives that thing a ride to right field and foul. Two to 1, Roosevelt leads over Winterset here in the bottom of the first inning. Runner on third base with 2 outs down. Roosevelt trying to keep this game at a 2-1 advantage. Applegate sent right to the third baseman, but a heck of a grab by Tenley Thompson.
After 1 inning of play, Roosevelt.
Take a look at the replay. This thing was smacked right toward Thompson's direction. And a very good play. 2-1, Winterset gets one back. We'll see you in the second.
Here in Winterset, let Applegate Tax and Accounting provide you with all the assistance you need for your taxes and accounting services. Ben Applegate is a certified public accountant and an IRS-registered tax preparer, ready to help you with locations in Winterset and Waukee. For more information, call 515-462-4553 or visit their website.
AgriLand FS is a financially strong and dependable cooperative rooted in more than 90 years of experience with our eye on tomorrow. With 28 locations across southern Iowa and northwest Missouri, and from the field to your home and all points in between, you can trust AgriLand to be there when and where you need them. Call 515-462-5353 to learn more. AgriLand FS, where loyalty and integrity still mean something.
Top of the second inning, Des Moines Roosevelt leads Winterset. 2-1 is your score. Both teams getting the bats going early here for the most part. Roosevelt already down here on their 8th hitter, Sloan Swanson. The left fielder will be the first one out here for the Rough Riders. Final regular season game of the year for both these two teams. Winterset on Saturday night will await the winner of Oskaloosa and Mount Pleasant, which takes place tomorrow night. That will be a home game. That will be live here on the Winterset Digital Network. Des Moines Roosevelt will take on Iowa City Liberty at home, may I add, in Roosevelt. Again, like I said earlier, Roosevelt kind of pushed into the eastern Iowa bracket. So Swanson will step up to bat here first for the Rough Riders. First pitch she sees is right down the middle for strike one. Swanson, a .424 hitter this year, 1 home run, 17 RBIs on 36 hits. 0-1 pitch. This one's sent to right field, and Addison Gross underneath of it in time for out number 1 on the pop out.
Second baseman, number 22, Grace Bell.
Already down to the 9-hitter, Grace Bell. Made a good play at second base in the last half inning. Going to bring up to bat here. Racing at .455 this year, 40 hits, 38 of which all singles. That one goes by for strike one. Roosevelt winners of 4 of their last 5, including wins over Des Moines North, Mason City. Beat Dallas Center Grimes 1-0. That's no slouch of a game. That one goes off of Nelson's glove and easily on to first base is Grace Bell, as that one just snuck off of Kylie's arm.
Number 0, Haley Barriola.
And it brings up the top of the batting order, Haley Barriola, who singled up the middle her first time out. Beat Dallas Center Grimes 1-0. That is a really good win, considering Dallas Center Grimes is pretty much a 5A school and will be next year, and is ranked top 3 in Class 4A, and then lost to Ankeny Centennial 8-0. That one in there for strike one here up against Barriola. Winterset going to have to watch the runner on first base here. Roosevelt's already stole a couple bases here already tonight. Oh, 0-1. Bunt is laid, but it goes back a little bit of an awkward direction, makes it 0-2. One out down. Roosevelt's got a runner on first base. Haley Barriola, the sophomore, trying to keep things rolling here. 0-2 pitch is upstairs. Bit of wind blowing out to center field. Could be interesting to see how that plays out. That one's chopped foul down the left field line on a jam. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Barriola, 43 hits this year, make it 44. 30 RBIs. Runner goes. Taylor's able to stop it, but the runner easily gets on to second base due to the pitch a little low, so another stolen base for the Rough Riders. 2 balls and 2 strikes will be the count here for Barriola, and now Roosevelt's got a runner in scoring position. Our leading hitter, Clara Page, on deck. 2-2. That one lined into the gap. Should bring home a run. Natalie Smith loses it on the opportunity to throw it so easily. A stand-up RBI double for Haley Barriola, who is now 2 of 2 tonight. It's 3-1 Roosevelt.
Now batting pitcher Clara Page.
Clara will step up to bat here. Walked in the first inning. 5th hit of the night there for Roosevelt already here in the 2nd inning. One out down and runner up in scoring position. This one's cracked to center field. Natalie Smith roams over and makes the grab for out number 2. Runner will stay at second base.
Now batting number 10, Tenley Thompson.
Tenley Thompson singled or reached on a short single in her first at bat. Now it's bat. She made that great play at third base there to end that first inning. Now going to try to extend the lead here. Roosevelt leads 3-1 here in the top of the 2nd inning. 2 outs down here. Winterset trying to get out of the half inning. Thompson just going to miss the top corner there for strike 1. .27 RBIs this year for Tenley. .440 hitter. Nelson, 0-1 pitch upstairs. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. One thing about Winterset's pitching this year, solid for the most part, but young. Kylie Nelson's a sophomore. Natalie Smith pitched 13 games, sophomore, and then Paige White pitched 7. She's only an 8th grader. This one skied to left field and caught by Ashley Devine over there and left. 1 left on, 1 scores. Roosevelt leads 3-1. We'll see in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
AgriLand FS is a financially strong and dependable cooperative rooted in more than 90 years of experience with our eye on tomorrow. With 28 locations across southern Iowa and northwest Missouri, and from the field to your home and all points in between, you can trust AgriLand to be there when and where you need them. Call 515-462-5353 to learn more. AgriLand FS, where loyalty and integrity still means something.
Remember when retirement meant just stopping work and slowing down? Well, nowadays it's about so much more. Today's retirees are embracing newfound freedom and exploring new interests. Edward Jones Financial Advisors are here to help you identify your priorities and goals and create a plan to achieve them. Call Whitney Messer-Smith at 515-468-6200 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Bottom of the 2nd inning, Des Moines Roosevelt leads Winterset 3-1. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up here for the Huskies. Roosevelt trying to get to 27 wins on the season. Winterset 24-14 record. Bella Taylor will step up to bat here. Try to get the offense rolling here in the bottom of the 2nd. Clara Page still in the circle. Taylor gives this thing a ride to center. Wind not quite going to help it out. That one's caught out in the center field by the Rough Riders. And brings up Natalie Smith. Roosevelt 26 wins this year, 9-8 against teams above 500, 17-3 against teams below 500. A perfect 15-0 in the conference as that one catches the zone for strike 1. 19-6 against teams in Class 5A. And close losses. Lost to Van Meter earlier in the season in game number 2 as that one's fouled back 2-1. Lost to Gilbert 3-2. Fort Dodge 6-5. Wallert 4-3, Liberty 7-6. That's worth noting. Obviously, they play Liberty this Saturday. Held with number 1 Waukee Northwest 6-3. One low in the dirt there, ball 1. So a lot of upside for the Rough Riders who will try to avenge their loss on Saturday night against the Lightning. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Smith. And the rise ball gets her for strike 3, down swinging.
Now at the plate for the Huskies.
That brings up Zoe Hope. 11 hits this year for Zoe, 10 of which are singles, 4 RBIs, and a .239 hitter. Nobody on here and 2 outs down already here in the bottom of the second. Clara Page trying to make quick work of this part of the batting order. That one's out in the way for ball 1. Zoe making her 20th start of the season tonight. 1-0 pitch goes down to get it. Clara Page working hard here in the circle. It's 1-1. One pitch to Hope. Upstairs going to miss, and it's 2-1. So we're trying to get on base here, help Winterset out here a little on the bottom of the second. That one out and away. So he stays alive. 3-1 is the count. Zoe has yet to walk this year, trying to change that right here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside, just going to catch the corner. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes here, full count up against the senior. Three and 2. Hope gives it a ride to right field, and the catch is made for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Roosevelt defense. To the third we go. They lead 3-1.
Farmers and Merchant State Bank is your locally owned and operated hometown bank with hometown pride, and they are very proud of the Winterset Huskies. Farmers and Merchant State Bank makes local decisions, has local concerns, and prioritizes you, the customer, and the personalized service you receive. Give them a call or stop by one of their locations in Winterset, St. Charles, or Orient. Member FDIC. Let's go Huskies. The Husky Booster Club's goal is to broaden the involvement and enrichment of students, student families, the school, and the community through its support for junior high and high school-related activities. Money raised by the Husky Booster Club directly benefits all high school and junior high athletic and fine art programs. The Husky Booster Club has provided over $40,000 in funding over the last 3 years. To become a Husky Booster Club member, go to huskyboosterclub.org.
Top of the third inning we go. Des Moines Roosevelt leads your Winterset Huskies. 3-1 is your score here, starting the top of the third inning. Bernie Wheel will be the first one up to bat here for the Rough Riders. Kylie Nelson still in the circle here for Winterset. Going to try and tighten things down here defensively. Roosevelt scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. And the Roosevelt defense got to be feeling good coming off the field, giving up the 3 up, 3 down against the Huskies offense. This is one of just a couple games happening in the state tonight that are regular season games. Most teams pretty much ended their season out last night. Let's see, it is one of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games tonight that aren't playoff games in the state of Iowa. Class 1A and 2A playoffs are this evening. Or make it 6, excuse me. Carlisle's taking on Dallas Center Grimes, Ottumwa, Clear Creek, Amana, Waukee Northwest, and Norwalk. That's a great game. That one started at 5 o'clock. Bondurant and North Polk are making up a game that was rained out on the 26th of June. And Grinnell is up at Johnston tonight to round out the regular season. Quickly 2-0 here up against Wheel and make it 3-0. Now Bernie doesn't really have to swing here for a couple pitches. Make Kylie work for it. 3-0 pitch by Nelson is upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk, second walk of the night. And Wheel will take her base. Avery Vukovic will step up to bat. Popped out in the first inning in her first at-bat tonight. With Runner on first base, and again, how Roosevelt goes. Watch for a couple stolen bases here to try to get her around. Vukovic, though, thinking bunt. Really well placed. Throw on to first. Does get the runner in time. They try to go back to second base and get a double play. They do not get it. But Vukovic is out on the sacrifice bunt.
21, Nani Bell.
Nani Bell knocked a rocket back up the middle her last time up in the first inning. Trying to do it again here. With that runner up on second base here. Top of the third and one out down for Winterset defensively. Bell gives it a ride to deep right field. Gross camps underneath of it and makes the grab. They do not try to test her arm. And that's 2 outs down.
No, the plate, first baseman,
Jalea Lee popped out in her first at-bat tonight. But plenty of home run power. Six homers this year, 286 hitter. Making just her 28th start of the year. Upstairs, they'll make it 1 ball and no strikes. So Wheel up on second base here for Roosevelt. 2 outs down. Here comes the 1-0 pitch by Nelson. Back on track there, makes it 1-1. See how aggressive Roosevelt wants to get here to maybe try to go to third. One and one. Lee knocks that one in the gap. Winterset going to try to throw home, and very smartly, Wheel puts the brakes on. Now Winterset's kind of got a standoff. Nope, Lee will go back to first base. Good throw over there by Ashlyn Devine. That one just snuck through. Could have easily been a run, but Wheel puts the brakes on and comes back after the single by Lee. And Sloan Swanson, left fielder, steps up to bat. Popped out in the second inning on her only at-bat tonight. Winterset trying to keep this thing at 3-1. That one catches the inside, and it's 0-1 up against Swanson. So runners at the corners here for Des Moines Roosevelt, trying to extend this lead a little bit more here in the top of the third. That one sent back up the middle. Natalie Smith roams back and makes the grab for out number 3. 2 left on, but nobody scores. Winterset trails Roosevelt 3-1 is your score.
Jones Creek Apparel offers graphics and logo design, screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-film, and promotional products. Proud supporters of Winterset Athletics. They are happy to work with any organization or individual, regardless of the order size. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to noon. Give them a call at 515-462-4132 or visit their website, jonescreekapparel.com. Jones Creek Apparel.
At Madison County Healthcare System, you're not just another patient. You're part of our family. Our dedicated team of familiar faces is here to provide personalized care throughout your treatment journey. From family medicine to emergency care and more, we offer expert care close to home. Trust the faces you know for the care you need. Madison County Healthcare System, where every patient is family.
Rolling along here, bottom of the third inning, Des Moines Roosevelt leads your Winterset Huskies 3-1 is your score. Winterset 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up here tonight in this half inning. Addison Gross will lead us off. He's made a couple plays at right field tonight. Now Addie gets a chance on the hitting side. One of the several sophomore players here on this Winterset team that's going to create a really good class the next 2 years. Addie, 301 hitter, 14 RBIs. 28 hits this year And also another one that has gone all the way through the regular season, making her 39th start in 39 games. Gross reaches out to get that one, and it's 1-1. Clara Page pitched well so far to this point. No strikeouts so far, but keeping Winterset off the base paths for the most part. 1-1 pitch. Devine fouls that one back. Huskies got a single and a double in the first three at-bats of the night. But since then, we've gone 5 straight without getting anything. One and two by Page. Gross gives it a ride to shallow left field, and nobody knew who was going to get the ball. And Gross is on with a double. One of those awkward spots that you just never know who's going to actually go and get it. And Roosevelt just didn't quite have the communication they wanted there. As you can see, it just simply drops. Huskies will take it. Runner up on second base now, and Ashlyn Devine steps up to bat. Singled in the first. Reached on a slight infield hit and was able to leg it out. Devine sends it to left and foul. Winterset coming off that really good doubleheader sweep against Boone. 6-0, great first game, and then a rally in the 6th inning, put them atop 9-6 over the Toradors in game number 2. On Monday night, bunt is laid, it does drop, and everybody's going to be safe. The ball was slightly kicked by Tenley Thompson trying to go after it, so now runners will be at the corners off the bunt. And nobody got out. So McKenna Olsen steps up to bat, who moved the base paths along with a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Big spot here for the Huskies. Pulls back on the bunt. Runner takes off to second base. Roosevelt played that well defensively in the infield. They successfully get the run on second. And it's 0-1. With runners now on second and third. Huskies trying not to leave a couple on. Had a little bit of an issue with that against Boone in the early goings of the evening in both games, but were able to figure it out as the night went on. Olsen gives this a ride to shallow center field. They will try. No, they will not. Nice job by Roosevelt, able to get that thing down in the infield. That kind of carried a little bit less than I think we thought it would. A lot of credit to Avery Vukovic out there in center field. And easily would have been out. So good call there for Coach Smith not to go the runner. Zoe Breeding steps up to bat. Doubled in her first at-bat this evening. Breeding fouls it out to left field. Roosevelt able to get that one crucial out here, kind of helped them out a little bit with the 3-1 advantage. Breeding going to try to keep this thing rolling here. 0-1 pitch upstairs. Ariana Morrow, the one playing catcher tonight here for Roosevelt. Not batting tonight. 1-1. Breeding pops it foul, and it is caught. Tough spot to come off the bat. Kind of jammed her inside, and Zoe swung. And now 2 outs down, and the runner's still on second and third here. Roosevelt trying to get out of this half inning. Macy Olsen grounded out her first time up this night in the first inning. Olsen gives it a ride to left. Catch is made. Roosevelt able to get out of the half inning. 2 left on base. Nobody scores. 3-1. Roosevelt leads.
Step up to the plate and find your dream home in Winterset, a small town with a big heart. Alyssa Tadlock believes in hometown values, front porch living, and a community that always feels like home. Located at 65 West Jefferson in the heart of Winterset, we're here to help you hit a home run. Call Alyssa today, and let's make your next move a grand slam.
The McDonald's in Winterset aims to offer an outstanding dining experience and a welcoming atmosphere while maintaining McDonald's gold standard in service, cleanliness, and value. Their vision is to be the top spot in the community for family and friends to enjoy great food, drinks, and conversation. They are open daily from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., with the drive-thru available 7 days a week from 5 a.m. to midnight.
Ready to roll here in the top of the 4th inning, 3-1. Des Moines Roosevelt leads over Winterset. Great last half inning by the Rough Riders defensively. Winterset got 2 on base with nobody out, and they were able to rally all the way back and get them out. Winterset now back to work here on the defensive side. Still got a couple of decorations up there in the dugout from senior night. Cool, celebrating the seniors the other night in the doubleheader win over Boone. Roosevelt will bring out Grace Bell here, the number 9 hitter. Reached on a single back up the middle off of Kylie Nelson's glove in her first at-bat of the night back in the 2nd inning. Try to keep the runs rolling here for the Rough Riders as we make it to the top of the 4th. Slap hitter here reaches out and knocks that one foul, 0-1. And I tell you what, of all the games I've called this year, I've maybe seen less than 5 slap hitters. Just don't see it a ton anymore. 0-1 outside, makes it 1-1. Counts even here for Nelson, and Bell sets back into the box here. Rise ball upstairs, good stop by Taylor, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. That one lined right back toward Nelson and makes the grab this time for out number 1.
Now batting shortstop, Haley Barriola.
Haley Barriola now 2 of 2 tonight with a single and a double. Now up to bat. She does have 2 triples this year, worth noting. Roosevelt this year as a team, 12 triples. Clara Page has 5. And Barriola lets that one go inside. 1 ball and no strikes. I did see, I think it was last night or maybe 2 nights ago, a Martinsdale St. Mary's baseball player broke the state record for doubles in a season with 31. It feels like the record would be a little bit more than that, but pretty cool to see that. That one a little low, but catch is still made from Olson to Olson. And out for out number 2 on the ground out. 2 quick outs down, and Clara Page now up to bat. She walked in the first and popped out in the second. First pitch by Nelson. Just misses for ball 1. Clara's 44 RBIs this season. 14 more than the next closest on the team. This is a team that also can walk and is very disciplined at the plate. 101 walks this year for Des Moines Roosevelt. They've already got 2 tonight. 2-0 pitch on the way to Page, and Nelson's upstairs again. It's 3-0 here. And Clara is eyeing her second walk of the night here, with Tenley Thompson on deck. 4-pitch walk for Clara Page. Take her base, and now Tenley Thompson steps up to bat, and I believe we're going to have a courtesy runner coming out here for the Rough Riders. It's going to be number 16, Liliana Lehman, the sophomore, who has stolen 10 bases this year. So a runner will be up on first base here with 2 outs down for Tenley Thompson. Singled in the first and popped out in the second. Nelson is high again, and it's 1-0. Wind's starting to die down just a little bit here. Thompson swings through that one for strike one. Kyler gets back on track after those 5 straight balls, and it's 1-1. Roosevelt averaging 8 runs per contest, one of the better in Class 5A. That one catches the outside corner. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winterset averaging just under 6 runs per game. One and 2. That one sent to left. Ashlyn Devine doesn't even have to move for it. 1 left on. Nobody scores. 3-1. We'll see in the bottom of the 4th. Roosevelt leads Winterset.
Montross Pharmacy has been offering fast, friendly, and professional service with familiar local faces you can trust since 1921. Locally owned and operated. At Montross, you get quick, reliable answers to your prescription and over-the-counter medication questions. They also have the healthcare supplies you need, as well as a gift shop and soda fountain. Conveniently located on the west side of the historic Winterset Square. Open Monday through Saturday.
Pizza Ranch in Winterset promises you a great experience. You'll find a buffet full of your favorite pizzas, the country's best chicken, or just come for dessert. They have party rooms available for your next family gathering or fundraising event. Craving a night in? Pizza Ranch delivers. Order online or call. Open Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Pizza Ranch at 1009 John Wayne Drive.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Winterset trailing Roosevelt 3-1. Take a look at the water tower up there over to the east. You know, I was thinking about it. I was driving out the other night, and I'm like, well, maybe one day they'll change that logo on the water tower, and then I thought, that'd be way too hard to do. Let's just leave it as it is. My favorite is the old Winterset logo that's on the garage door over here just on the eastern side. I love that. That's phenomenal. Neela Applegate here up to bat here to lead us off in the 4th inning. 5, 6, 7 hitters due. It's 0-1 here for Applegate. Neela gives that thing a ride to deep left and foul. Did she hit the bus over there? Huh? Roosevelt's bus parked over there. That's a bold choice. Bold choice to be over there. I used to park over in that lot all of last year, and then luckily Alan told me, you know, you can park over here on the eastern side, so that's what I started doing. That one just misses, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here up against Applegate. Neela lined out in the first. Yeah, a couple cars will get dented up if you're not careful over there. These balls will carry. Here's 1-2 to Applegate. That one's low, and it'll be 2-2. Left field foul pole can be sponsored by a dent service. That would just make sense. Counts even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up against Applegate. Low in the dirt. It'll be full count here for Neela. who has walked 16 times this year, second most on the team. 393 hitter. Chops that one short to the second baseman and thrown on to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting catcher number 5, Bella Taylor.
Brings up Bella Taylor now. Bella's still looking for home run number 10. She's sitting at 9 here for a little bit. 29 RBIs, 319 hitter. 30 hits this year. I'd say that's pretty good when 9 out of your 30 hits are homers. One out down and nobody on. As Page just misses top corner there, it's 1-0. Popped out in the second inning here. Gave it a ride to center field. Swings through and misses. Good pitch by Page, and it's 1-1. Walks this year for Pella. That puts Bella third most on the team. 13 strikeouts. 1-1. Set in the left and gets down. And Taylor should be on with the single with ease, and she is.
After the single by
Perfect
Taylor,
placement. That
now
is
batting center fielder,
breaks a little bit
Natalie
of a
Smith.
slight drought there for Winterset on the hitting side. Natalie Smith, center fielder, now steps up to bat. And we're going to have a courtesy runner come out. It's going to be Bristol Tadlock, the
Courtesy
sophomore.
run for Winterset, number 30, Bristol Tadlock.
So it brings up Natalie Smith, struck out in her first at-bat tonight. Now you got a runner on first base and 1 out. Huskies scored 1 in the first, haven't been able to get anything across since. Trying to change that here this half inning before going on to the 5th. Clara Page pitching a pretty good game, all things considered. In there for strike 1 up against Smith. He's been busy at center field tonight. Smith showing bunt and popped up. And the catch is made. Natalie kind of lifted when she went for the bunt. The ball was going to be a little high, so Natalie tried to readjust and unfortunately readjusted to bop it up in the air. And it is down for an out. Tried to readjust on the fly. Zoe Hope now be up to bat here. A couple Roosevelt players collided there trying to go after the ball. So just checking on those two. I tell you what, one thing about Coach Smith when she's on the third base side, obviously giving out signals if needed for the base pass, but she's coaching. She's non-stop coaching, whether that be on something that the player was doing hitting-wise or how they were lined up. Just something I've noticed over there. Cool to see. 2 outs down, runner still on first here for Zoe Hope. Zoe gives it a ride to left field, and the catch is made. 1 left on, nobody scores. We'll see in the 5th. Winterset trails Roosevelt 3-1.
The Sports Page Grill at 224 East Highway 92 in Winterset is the place to meet your friends before or after that big event. With a great menu, you'll find something you love. The Sports Page Grill can host or cater any special events you might have. Just call 515-462-4673. The Sports Page Grill. We'll see you there, and don't forget the Sports Page is the home of Husky Talk Live. Is your puppy in need of a little TLC? Bring them down to Suds and Pups for a complete spa treatment in the state-of-the-art pet wash. Located next to Straight Shots Golf Simulator at 215 North 1st Avenue in Winterset. And don't forget, attached to the dog wash is Winterset's newest laundromat, open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stop by today.
Top of the 5th inning, Des Moines Roosevelt leading over Winterset. 3-1 is your score. Bernie Wheel will be the one out first here for Roosevelt. Trying to keep the bats going here. Feels like a game where we should have more runs on either side, but still sitting at 3-1 here. Winterset's tightened things down defensively after giving up 3 in the first 2 innings and zeros for the last 2 for Roosevelt. Last 3 innings have been zeros for Winterset. Wheel will step up to bat, sacrifice hit in the first to get a runner moving, and a walk in the third. Kylie Nelson still in the circle here. She goes out and away for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Wheel pops this one up to the crowd. Barely misses that guy sitting in the bleachers. Close. It's 1-1. That one just catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Winterset's bracket awaits the team of Oskaloosa and Mount Pleasant. Oskaloosa 13-20 on the year. Mount Pleasant 6-29. That game is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. This one's chopped foul down the left field line. At the top of the bracket, Norwalk at 31-5. They play Waukee Northwest tonight. They await the winner of Keokuk and Fort Madison. Keokuk 3-29, Fort Madison 12-14. Craziest part is Keokuk, despite winning 3 games this year, gets to be the host. Not sure how that worked. But Norwalk will await that winner. So a lot of traveling here for these two teams. That one's set down the right field line. That's going to be on with a single for Bernie Wheel. Not bad for Norwalk and Winterset traveling-wise, but tough for Keokuk, Fort Madison, Oski, or Mount Pleasant, that's for sure.
Number 4, Avery Vukovic.
And Avery Vukovic, 0 for 2 tonight, steps up to bat with a runner on first and nobody out. Vukovic shows bunt, well placed, throw on to first, advances the runner. On her second sacrifice bunt of the night, second in a row. Donnie Bell up to bat. Singled up the middle in her first at-bat, popped out in the third. So one out down, and a runner up on second base here for Donnie, trying to bring her around. Out and away, it'll be 1 ball, no strikes. Sent deep to center. Natalie Smith roams underneath of it and makes the grab for out number 2. Keeps the runner on second base.
Now batting,
and now Julia Lee will step up to bat. Cracked it in the gap in left field between the third baseman and shortstop her last time up and popped out in the first. Winterset trying to hang on here, keep this thing at just a 3-1 advantage for the Rough Riders. And after what we saw against Boone, this team can put together good innings night in, night out. Gonna need one of those as Lee goes up and swings at the rise ball. That's 0-1. Lee fouls it back. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs down here. Runner up on second base. Nelson goes out and away, 0-2. Runner will stay up on second base. Roosevelt has stayed a little bit more conservative here on the stolen base paths. They were really hot early. One and 2. Lee pops it up. Zoe Breeding calls everyone off and makes the grab for out number 3. We'll stick around here. Coach Anita Smith, I believe, is going to have a chat with us here in just a second as we get ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th inning. She'll meet and chat with her team here in a second. 3-1 is your score. Des Moines Roosevelt leads over Winterset. As we'll see what happens here. Clara Page still in the pitching circle here for Roosevelt. Has pitched a pretty good game up to this point. Biggest thing will be if Coach Smith remembers. That's one thing. She's kind of walking around it, making it seem like she probably didn't remember, but it's completely fine if she didn't. So a 3-1 advantage here for Roosevelt. Winterset's going to try to get the bats rolling here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And like I said, Clara Page has pitched a good game up to this point. So last second. There we go. Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. We didn't forget about you. You didn't forget about us.
Nope.
You got the scoring rolling against Boone late in the going in that second game. It looks like that's going to have to be the thing here. What are your thoughts here? Defense is playing well.
Yeah. Against Boone, I said the same thing. The pitcher's hitting her spots, and we're just hitting it right at them. So I just told the girls, we just got to find where they're not. And then when we do get runners on, we got to execute and get that timely hit.
All right, sounds great. Coach, we'll get you out to third base. Thanks for chatting us real quick.
Thank you.
So Coach Anita Smith chatting with us there. Got it in. Just barely got it in. We didn't have a third base coach there for that first out. And the coach, the umpire's like, hey, Coach, you can be out here. We got it. 0-1 pitch as that one was out for Addison Gross. Fouled that one. 0-1. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here. Gross trying to get on base. Out and away. Makes it 1-2. Addison in her only at-bat tonight. Doubled. After that slight miscalculation by the infield/outfield and left field by Roosevelt. There's Clara Page here. 1-2 pitch. On the way. Set foul again in shallow right field. I was so glad she fouled off that first pitch of the at-bat because I was going to feel really bad if Winterset went 1 pitch, 1 out while we were talking to Coach. But thank goodness it was foul. But a thank you to Coach Anita Smith for chatting with us there. Successful first year, I'd say so, for Coach Smith in her first year here at Winterset at the helm, taking over for Coach Corcoran. Couple really good wins. I circled a Van Meter win. Van Meter down in Class 2A, but the #1 team in Class 2A, arguably probably going to win it all. And then Norwalk, that was a big win a couple of weeks ago. And a couple other good ones sprinkled in there against good quality opponents. Ankeny Centennial was one of those. That one's going to be set in the gap. And on the 2-2 pitch, Addison Gross is on with the single.
Single by Gross brings up #1,
Ashlyn Devine singled in the first, reached on a bunt in the second. And get a softball back here in play. Brent Acton comes out, gives the softball refresh to the umpire. Good to see Bryn in the starting lineup there. They obviously had Maya Adkins and Brent Acton play the first pitch of the game against Boone in that second game. The ball to start before they were pulled off the field, but really cool to see both those two play in the final game there. Throw on to first in time. Barely in time. It does advance the runner, though, so Ashlyn Devine will take the sacrifice bunt. McKenna Olsen now up to bat. Sacrifice bunted in the first to advance a runner and popped out in the third inning. Shortstop trying to get the bats rolling here with a runner up on second base. One out down. Pitch by Page, but it gets away from the catcher, and it's a 1-0. Zoe Breeding on deck here for the Huskies. Olsen chops that one past the shortstop. Long throw on to first. Good play by Des Moines Roosevelt. Does get the runner. Advances from second to third, but how about the throw by Haley Burriola? Could have easily been a little off with the runner at first, or runner at third not picking it up, but still makes the play. Now Zoe Breeding will step up to bat with a runner on third. Huskies have left a couple on base tonight. Zoe trying to get at least one back. Breeding gives it a ride to left field, and the catch is made. Roosevelt playing really well defensively. One left on, and nobody scores. 3-1. We'll see you in the 6th.
Swanson Masonry specializes in foundation replacement throughout central Iowa. If your foundation is damaged, their experienced team can safely and efficiently remove your existing foundation and construct a new one. While foundation replacement can be an extensive undertaking, Swanson Masonry has the skills necessary to get the job done right. Let them put their expertise to work for you. Give them a call at 515-210-3463.
Looking for a taste of paradise right here in Winterset, Iowa? Come chill at Tiki Treats, Iowa, your local spot for Hawaiian-themed treats. Dive into creamy Dole soft serve, refresh with our tropical snow, sip on fresh squeezed lemonade, and snack on warm buttery pretzel bites. It's a tropical getaway, no plane ticket required. Swing by Tiki Treats, Iowa today and treat yourself to a mini vacation in every bite.
Welcome to the 6th inning. Des Moines Roosevelt leads Winterset 3-1 is your score. Rough Riders trying to extend the lead here. That's only taken 3 up to this point. Blake Walker with you here this evening. Kylie Nelson still rolling here in the circle. And I believe this is going to be Sloan Swanson up to bat here. He's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 pop-outs. Game that has moved along here. We're just over an hour gone by, and we're already here in the top of the 6th inning. Final game of the regular season for both these two teams. Roosevelt will take on Iowa City Liberty at 5 o'clock on Saturday night. That makes me think there's probably another game at 7 o'clock. That one's sent to left, and Devine comes over and makes the grab for out number 1. But a 5 o'clock playoff game usually means that another one's taking place at 7 o'clock, probably on their field as well. So Roosevelt gets the 5 o'clock game against Iowa City Liberty, a team they lost to earlier this year, so they're going to try to get revenge against the Lightning. If they win that game, most likely going to take on Linn-Mar over up in Cedar Rapids, Marion area on Tuesday night. Grace Bell is up to bat, reached on a single on the 2nd, and grounded out in the 4th inning. Upstairs, it's 1 ball and no strikes here. One out down and nobody on. In there for strike 1, evens it back up at 1-1. Winterset will be in action Saturday night as well. That one will start at 7 o'clock on the dot. Taking on the winner of Mount Pleasant and Oski. You'll know that matchup tomorrow night at about 9 o'clock. And Winterset will get on the film trail and check out either the Mount Pleasant squad or Oskaloosa. Oski, 13-20 record, but a team that plays a very difficult conference in the Little Hawkeyes. That one misses outside, it's 3-1. So they play the likes of Norwalk twice a year, Dallas Center Grimes twice a year, Indianola, Pella. Next year, Des Moines Christian and Ames, a team that Des Moines Roosevelt familiar with, joining the Little Hawkeye. 3-1 pitch, slap hit to left, and Devine gets there. Stains the knees a little bit, but Ashlyn she didn't really know. She's like, well, is that going to land? Is it not? He gets down and makes the play. Haley Burriola now up to bat. 2 of 3 tonight with a single and a double and a ground out. Winterset trying to go 3 up, 3 down tonight for the first time defensively. Two outs and nobody on. Nelson misses low for ball 1. 1-0. Just misses inside again. It'll go 2-0 here. .43 hits this year coming into tonight for Burriola. Make it 45. Second most on the team. Gives that a ride to left field. Devine can't get there. Goes all the way to the fence line. Burriola gets on to second base, and it's a stand-up double for Haley Burriola, her second of the night.
Now to take for Roosevelt, number 1, Clara Page.
Devine being picked on here this half inning. That time just out of reach. Now Clara Page up to bat with 2 walks tonight and a pop-out. But has really good hitting. 51 hits this year for Clara. Leads the team. And again, just a sophomore. Lines that one down the left field line for a foul. .44 RBIs this year for Clara. 30 singles, 12 doubles, 5 triples. So a lot of speed to get around the base paths. 10 walks, just 9 strikeouts. .459 batting average. Roosevelt as a team has only struck out 97 times this year. That one's upstairs, and it's 1-1. Top 6 here, 2 outs down. You got a runner up on second base. Roosevelt leads Winterset 3-1 here. That one misses inside. Page backs out of the way, and it's 2-1. Kylie Nelson, 2-1 pitch on the way. Misses low, and it's 3-1, and Page is eyeing her 3rd walk of the night. Nelson going to try to fight back here. 3 balls and 1 strike here. Tenley Thompson is on deck. And got her. 3rd walk of the night for Clara Page. That's the 4th walk overall, and Coach Smith going to have a chat here with the infield. We'll see if she's going to change anything or just kind of have a chat here. And it looks like pitching change will be happening. Natalie Smith is going to come in and pitch, and Kylie Nelson's night comes to an end here with 2 outs down. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back for the other side of the pitching change. We'll be right back.
At Winterset Dental, doctors Jason Phelps and James Elliott offer comprehensive general dentistry for the whole family, including same-day crowns, root canals, extractions, and implants. They now also provide cosmetic services like Botox and dermal fillers at their new state-of-the-art 6,000-square-foot facility. Call Winterset Dental at 515-462-5755.
AgriLand FS is a financially strong and dependable cooperative rooted in more than 90 years of experience with our eye on tomorrow. With 28 locations across southern Iowa and northwest Missouri, and from the field to your home and all points in between, you can trust AgriLand to be there when and where you need them. Call 515-462-5353 to learn more. AgriLand FS, where loyalty and integrity still means something.
Top of the 6th inning here, Natalie Smith in the circle here for Winterset with 2 outs down. Runners will be on first and second base. Natalie making her 14th appearance this season, 7-3 record, 63 innings pitched, 89 hits on the year, 27 strikeouts, and a 4.84 ERA. Winterset as a team, 0 saves this year. It's been Natalie Smith, Kylie Nelson, pretty much the bulk of the pitching this year, and then Paige White. A couple times this year has come in. But again, 2 sophomores and an 8th grader. That's not that bad when it comes to the pitching side. Bella Taylor can't grab that one. It went low in the dirt. Roosevelt takes advantage and now has runners on second and third here up against Tenley Thompson. Singled in the first, then popped out for an out in the 2nd and 4th innings. Roosevelt trying to extend this lead and make their jobs a little bit easier here. 1-0 pitch by Smith. That one lined right back up the middle. That should score 2. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. And just like that, as they stand up 2-run RBI double for Roosevelt, who leads 5-1 off a Tenley Thompson double back up the middle. Bernie Weil will step up to bat. A sacrifice hit in the first, a walk in the third, and a single to right in the fifth. As Roosevelt has extended this thing a little bit here in the top of the sixth, 5-1. Still 2 outs down. Out the way for ball 1. Pitch by Smith. Just missing inside. It'll be 2-0. Smith misses outside, quickly behind 3-0 here. Bernie's looking for her second walk of the night. Comes the 3-0 by Natalie Smith. And just catches the outside corner, and it's 3-1. And still 2 outs down. Runner up on second here for Roosevelt. Right their drought there. Hadn't scored since the second up to this point. This one's chopped short. Applegate catches and throws on to first in time for out number 3. So 1 left on, but 2 score. Roosevelt leads 5-1. Winterset's got some work to do. They trail.
Remember when retirement meant just stopping work and slowing down? Well, nowadays it's about so much more. Today's retirees are embracing newfound freedom and exploring new interests. Edward Jones Financial Advisors are here to help you identify your priorities and goals and create a plan to achieve them. Call Whitney Messer-Smith at 515-468-6200 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Here in Winterset, let Applegate Tax and Accounting provide you with all the assistance you need for your taxes and accounting services. Ben Applegate is a certified public accountant and an IRS-registered tax preparer, ready to help you with locations in Winterset and Waukee. For more information, call 515-462-4553 or visit their website.
Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Winterset trailing Des Moines Roosevelt 5-1. Clara Page still in the circle here for the Rough Riders. And it is Macy Olson up to bat here. See if the bats can get rolling here for the Huskies. 1 run tonight, and it was just in the first inning. Other than that, Roosevelt's defense has really been tight, and the Huskies just haven't been able to catch the spots in the outfield. Just kind of unlucky spot placements on the hits. That one catches the zone for strike 1 here. Olson gives it a ride to center field. And Roosevelt underneath of it to make the grab for out number 1. Kind of been the story of tonight for Winterset.
Number 12, Mila Applegate.
But if you're one of those people that kind of thinks about, well, maybe we get some good mojo back, get all the rough hitting out here to start tonight. That's the thing, a lot of contact, bat on balls, but just nothing dropping. Mila Applegate up to bat here, 0 for 2 tonight with a line out and a ground out. Applegate lines that one into the gap, down with a single. First hit of the night for Neela. That brings up Bella Taylor, who is 1 of 2 tonight with a pop out and a single down the left field line. Taylor trying to get some runs across the board here with Applegate up on first base. Pops it foul back behind. A 1 by Page. Outside for ball 1. One out down here. 1 ball and 1 strike for Bella Taylor, the catcher here in the batter's box. Rise ball upstairs. Makes it 2-1. Rise ball again upstairs, 3-1. Taylor going to stay patient here. Doesn't have to swing at this next one. On Friday night, Winterset baseball travels to Gilbert. Bella Taylor sends that to left field. There's the gap. Off the top of the fence. Applegate will hold, and we'll have runners at second and third. Coach Smith says, probably could have sent you, but we'll take it. Second and third off the double by Bella Taylor. And now Natalie Smith up to bat. Struck out and popped out tonight. Coach Christina Smith will come out and have a chat with her infield. Winterset baseball heads to Gilbert on Friday night to take on the Tigers in the first round of the postseason for the baseball team. Gilbert, a 14-14 record. Should be a good game, all things considering. Winner of that game will take on the winner of Carlisle and Nevada. Heavy Raccoon River Conference bracket. My goodness. Top of the bracket, Ballard takes on Perry, and North Polk takes on Bondurant Farrar. So they might as well call it the Raccoon River Conference Tournament for that region. So make sure to travel out and up to Gilbert. Check out the Huskies baseball team. And then softball will be right back here Saturday night for postseason play at 7 o'clock. I will unfortunately not be here for that. How dare they schedule on the same night as Knoxville? What's up with that? Have to have a chat with the girls' unit. 1 out down, runners on second and third here for Natalie Smith up to bat. Natalie pops this thing foul. Back behind the left bleachers. Zoe Hope on deck here for Winterset. Huskies have had players on base tonight that just haven't been able to pull them across. Roosevelt has tightened things down defensively. 0-1 pitch gets away from the catcher, and Neela Applegate will score. 5-2 on a wild pitch. Advances Bella Taylor off to third base. Or Bristol Tadlock, I think, is on third base. So it's 1-1. Slowly but surely, Winterset trying to chip back away at this thing here. Smith gives this thing a long ride to left field, and that thing is out of here. First home run of the year for Natalie Smith, and it couldn't have come at a better time. And just like that, the Huskies are back within 1. Off the bat of Natalie Smith. Really good off the bat and carried well beyond the left field fence, and it's 5-4. 26th home run of the year as a team for Winterset. And boy, for Natalie, couldn't have come at a better time. Better late than never, honestly. 23 hits this year. That makes her 24th hit. She had 17 singles and 6 doubles coming in. Nice play by Natalie Smith. Now Zoe Hope up to bat with 1 out, and now nobody on. So that one goes by for strike 1. It's that 6th inning again. Winterset scored all those runs in the 6th against Boone, take the win. Trying to do it again here. Hope swings through and misses for strike 2, and it's 0-2. Addison Gross is on deck, who is 2 for 2 tonight. Hope reaches out to get it. It's down for a single. And one will be on with 1 out.
After the single by Hope, now batting number 14.
12th hit of the year for Zoe Hope. They're going to come on and run Nora Loudon here. So Addison Gross now up to bat, who's 2 for 2 tonight with a double and a single. Huskies not done yet. Boy, Addison almost hit the umpire in the face with that bat. That was really close. I don't know if she knew that was that close, but man, that could have been rough. She was trying a couple practice swings, and the umpire was just walking around. I don't think he was really thinking about it. Got lucky there. 1 out and 1 on here for Addison Gross, the right fielder. And Gross sends it to left and foul. Big spot here. 0 and 1 is the count. Nice ball's upstairs, and it's 1 and 1. It really started with that wild pitch, brought home Applegate, and then the homer here. 4 straight hits here by the Winterset offense. Have got him back within 1. Even count, just misses off the plate. It's 2 and 1. That one sent to right and just missed it foul. Maybe by about 4 or 5 inches. That's pretty much all that missed by along that right field white chalk line, and it's even at 2 and 2. For Gross, Ashlyn Devine is on deck. It's 2 of 3 tonight. Even pitched by Page upstairs, and it's 3 and 2. Addison walked 9 times this year. Trying to make it 10. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a full count here for number 14. Page, 3-2. Lined right to the shortstop. They go to 1, or they go to 2 and get 1. So a fielder's choice there. Good play by the infield for Roosevelt. So we'll still have a runner on first, and now Ashlyn Devine will step up to bat. Ashlyn's hitting stats this year, 43 hits coming into tonight, 39 of which were singles. 2 triples, tied with Zoe Breeding for most on the team. Devine chops that thing short for a foul, and it's 0-1. Winterset still get one more chance there in the bottom of the 7th. They're going to have to tighten things up defensively to try to keep Roosevelt from extending the lead here in the top of the 7th. Page on the 0-1 pitch. That one chopped right to Lee, and Roosevelt's on to first base. 3 score off the homer from Natalie Smith, and Winterset's not done yet. It's 5-4. We'll see you in the 7th.
Jones Creek Apparel offers graphics and logo design, screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-film, and promotional products. Proud supporters of Winterset Athletics. They are happy to work with any organization or individual, regardless of the order size. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to noon. Give them a call at 515-462-4132 or visit their website, jonescreekapparel.com. Jones Creek Apparel.
At Madison County Healthcare System, you're not just another patient. You're part of our family. Our dedicated team of familiar faces is here to provide personalized care throughout your treatment journey. From family medicine to emergency care and more, we offer expert care close to home. Trust the faces you know for the care you need. Madison County Healthcare System, where every patient is family.
To the 7th inning, Des Moines Roosevelt leads Winterset 5-4 is your score. Avery Vukovic will lead us off here for the Rough Riders. Winterset's defense trying to tighten things down and keep this at a 1-run advantage for the Rough Riders. Natalie Smith in the circle, subbed in that last half inning. Now going to try to get him out of this half inning. Vukovic tonight, a pop out in the first, and then 2 sacrifice bunts in the 3rd and the 5th, respectively. Winterset trying to keep this thing at a 1-run spot. That one catches the outside corner for Natalie Smith, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 1 here up against Vukovic, the center fielder. Vukovic goes out, swings at that one. 0-2. Smith trying to get the punch out here. Be the first strikeout of the night for Winterset defensively. 0-2. Chop shorts, caught on the hop, throw to first in time. Out number 1, the Olsen to Olsen connection. I tell you what.
Now
working out.
21, Nani Bell.
Call it the law firm, Olsen and Olsen. 1 out down here. Nani Bell will step up to bat. Singled up the middle in the first, and then a pop out in the second, or the third and the fifth. Foul tips that one back. Umpire thought it caught Taylor. It never did. Right field gets a little bit of a break. A little bit of cloud cover started to work its way over the sun over here to our west. See if the right field tries to take advantage here. 0-1. Foul tipped again. 0-2. Did the home run get Natalie Smith going a little bit? My guess is probably yes. Trying to turn it here into the pitching side. No balls and 2 strikes on the way to Bell. Swung through and missed. And out on the strikeout. First strikeout of the night.
Number 8, Jalea Lee.
And now Jalea Lee steps up to bat. A pop out in the first. She singled the left in the third and popped out in the fifth. Two outs down. Smith is in there. Strike 1. Boy, Natalie trying to rush us through this top of the 7th, wanting to get back to the hitting side. Winterset have 2, 3, 4 hitters due up at the bottom of the 7th. 0-1, good stop by Taylor. It's 1-1. Even count here for Smith. 1-1 pitch. Set up the middle. And the catch is made. 3 up, 3 down. First time tonight it's 3 up, 3 down for Winterset defensively. Couldn't have come at a better time. Winterset's got to score 2 if they want to win it. We'll see you in the bottom of the 7th.
Step up to the plate and find your dream home in Winterset, a small town with a big heart. Alyssa Tadlock believes in hometown values, front porch living, and a community that always feels like home. Located at 65 West Jefferson in the heart of Winterset, we're here to help you hit a home run. Call Alyssa today, and let's make your next move a grand slam.
Looking for a taste of paradise right here in Winterset, Iowa? Come chill at Tiki Treats Iowa, your local spot for Hawaiian-themed treats. Dive into creamy Dole soft serve, refresh with our tropical snow, sip on fresh squeezed lemonade, and snack on warm buttery pretzel bites. It's a tropical getaway, no plane ticket required. Swing by Tiki Treats Iowa today and treat yourself to a mini vacation in every bite.
Bottom of the 7th we go. Winterset trails by 1. Roosevelt going to try to slam the door here and get away with the win to end the regular season. Winterset going after the win here against a 5A opponent. McKenna Olsen will lead us off here to start the 7th inning. 3 outs left for Winterset trying to pull the rally here. Trailed 5-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. A wild pitch and then a 2-run home run by Natalie Smith gets it within 1, and now Winterset going to try to rally here and finish it. 1-0 pitch by Page. Olsen gives it a ride to left, and that's going to be down. Olsen turns on it from first, second base easily. Double to lead us off by McKenna Olsen.
Double by Olsen brings up number 2, Zoe Breeding.
Now Zoe Breeding will step up to bat. And if you're Winterset, you couldn't have asked for a better spot in the batting order here for the 7th inning. believe we're going to have a courtesy runner. Yep, Bristol Tadlock will come out and run.
Number 30, Bristol Tadlock.
And it looks like Coach Smith for Roosevelt might make a change, and I think she is. She's going to make a pitching change. So a new pitcher steps out here for Roosevelt, and it's going to be number 7, Adeline Scott.
Pitching change for Roosevelt, number 7, Adeline Scott.
So Roosevelt's going to go with Adeline Scott here as Paige's night is done. This is Adeline's 14th appearance this year, 8-2 record. She does have a save, 51 innings pitched. She's given up 43 hits, 38 strikeouts, and a 2.61 ERA. So, you know, statistically, hasn't pitched as many innings, nowhere near as many innings as Paige, but still a pretty good bet for Roosevelt on the pitching side. And Scott will try to finish things out for the Rough Riders. She'll have a runner up on second base and 2 outs here against the heart of the Winterset lineup. So we'll see what happens here. See how it changes things for Winterset to have to adjust to a new pitcher here so late in the going. You've obviously kind of figured out Paige in the late stages. Scott definitely a little bit more speed, it feels like. Adeline, a junior this season. She's walked 20, given up 23 runs. She'll get one more pitch here. Only needs one more pitch. Zoe Breeding is going to be the first one up to face her. Zoe is 1 of 3 tonight. She doubled in the first, popped out in the third, and then popped out in the sixth. Or excuse me, popped out in the third, lined out in the fifth. One good base hit brings home a run and ties the game. Winterset would obviously like to get out of here with a win, but a tie would be good to try to extend it. Went to 10 innings a couple weeks ago against Norwalk. So the third baseman, Zoe Breeding, steps up to bat here. 7 homers this year, 42 RBIs coming into tonight for Zoe. Big spot. Showing bunt and pulled back. And it is a ball. So Winterset shows their hand there that they were thinking bunt to try to get the runner over to third and help him out a little bit. See if Zoe does it again here. Has the ability to do so. 1-0. Breeding foul down the right side. And back. And it's 1-1. So Morrow and Scott having a chat here. And actually, the whole Roosevelt infield's having a chat. Morrow's the one that called it. Trying to get everybody on the same page here. Mind games going on. Because clearly Morrow's thinking if Winterset bunts, try to get the runner at third. So we'll see how they play it. Shortstop and third baseman are chatting about it quite a bit here. 1-1 up here to Breeding. There's the bunt. It's high, though. Nobody's on second. It's 2-1. Macy Olson is on deck. She's 0 of 3 tonight. Scott settles back into the circle. Here comes the 2-1. There's the bunt, and unfortunately, it's, what is the call? Foul? Foul, safe? I don't know. Roosevelt thought she was out of the box when she bunted. And now Coach Smith wants to have a chat with the umpire. Roosevelt thought she was out of the box. I guess I wasn't looking. She was in the box. So that's what Allen says when he goes back to it. Well, now umpires are going to have a chat. Yeah, she's in the box. Boy, if they call her out, this be interesting. Yep. It's a foul. 2-2. Eliminates the bunt chance. Take a look at it one more time. Yep, nowhere near out of the box. All right, so 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Breeding. That runner's still up on second base. Breeding pops it up. And catch is made by the center fielder, so that's 1 out down for Roosevelt on the pop out.
Now batting number 16,
Macy Olson now steps up to bat. Olson over 3 tonight. Trying to bring her sister back around for a tie. In there for strike 1. That was a pitch to hit. Macy holds back. It's 0-1. One out down. 0-1 upstairs. Stopped by Morrow, and it's 1-1. Macy this season, 14 RBIs, does have a homer to her name. 321 hitter. Big spot here. 1-1. Outside makes it 2-1. Neela Applegate is on deck. She singled in her last time up. Two balls and 1 strike here. Outside, catches the corner, and it's 2-2. Now, tough spot here for Olson. Scott trying to help Roosevelt get out of this thing. Even count here to Olson. Low and away, hung on to it. It's 3-2. Macy's walked 9 times this year. It'd be a big 10th walk here if she can get it. Adeline does not need rosin. She just needs dirt. Help her get grip on the ball. 3-2 pitch here. That one lined over the second baseman's head. Runners will hold. And it's going to be runners at the corners with 1 out down. Could Olson have gone from second? Maybe. You don't really want to be out, though, so you'll take it. And now runners at the corners here for Neela Applegate. Huge hit by Macy Olson. Just got over top of the second baseman. And again, Winterset has had runners in position tonight. They just haven't been able to capitalize. Neela Applegate here now steps up to bat. 393 hitter, singled her last time up, but before that, a line out and a ground out. 1 base hit brings it home, and we're tied. Applegate pops it up. And second baseman gets underneath him, and it makes the grab for out number 2. Winterset's down to their last out. Bella Taylor popped out the second, singled down the left field line in the 4th, and doubled in the 6th. Winterset's down to their last out here with a runner on 3rd and 1st, and 2 outs down. And now the senior catcher going to try to get this thing still rolling here for Winterset. Huskies down to their last out. That one low in the dirt. Good stop by Morrow. Didn't want to have to give up the tying run on a wild pitch. Bristol Tadlock's the one on 3rd base. Taylor swings through and misses for strike 1. Good pitch by Scott. Bella settles back in. He got Olson on 1st and Tadlock on 3rd. Roosevelt trying to hold off a slight rally here. 1-1 pitch. Low in the dirt. Goes 2-1. Natalie Smith is on deck. Homered in her last at-bat. Two and 1 on the way to Taylor. Out and away, and it's 3-1. So how do you play this if you're Bella? Because obviously you don't have to swing, but if it's a pitch to hit, do you take it? 3 balls and 1 strike here for Taylor up against Scott. Pitcher versus the catcher. Runners at the corners here for the Huskies, 2 out down. Taylor gives it a ride, center field. Center fielder's going back. That thing is gone! Walk-off home run! Winterset wins! Bella Taylor says good night! And the Huskies walk off the Rough Riders in the last game of the regular season. 7-5 is your final score. What a game, what a job put together, as that one just had enough. It didn't look too great off the bat, but the catcher, Bella Taylor, in the final out, final strike, it feels like, of the season, finally gets her 10th home run of the year. Congratulations to Bella. That leads the team, and congratulations to the Huskies. A 7-5 win in walk-off fashion over Des Moines Roosevelt. The Huskies move to 25-14 on the season. Roosevelt drops to 26-11. Good luck to the Rough Riders on Saturday night. They will take on Iowa City Liberty for a chance to move on to the state regional championship game against most likely Linn-Mar. We'll be back here Saturday night. Winterset takes on the winner of Mount Pleasant and Oskaloosa. If they win that, most likely headed to Norwalk on Tuesday night for a chance to go to the state tournament. Winterset defeats Roosevelt in a walk-off home run by Bella Taylor. 7-5 is your score. I'm Blake Walker. He's Alan Hansen on production, saying so long from Steve Corcoran Field, where Winterset defeats Roosevelt 7-5. Good night, everybody.
You have been watching Winterset Activities live on the Husky YouTube channel, presented by the W Digital Network, powered by AHV Productions, and sponsored by Farmers and Merchant State Bank, Winterset Dental, Whitney Messerschmitt with Edward Jones, Hold Our Youth Tight, Tiki Treats, Applegate Tax and Accounting, Madison County Healthcare System, Agriland FS, The Sports Page Grill, Roush Collision and Restoration, McDonald's, Swanson Masonry, Alyssa Tadlock, Madison County Realty, Sudson Pups Laundry and Dog Wash, the Pizza Ranch of Winterset, Jones Creek Apparel, Montross Pharmacy and Gift Shop, and the Husky Booster Club.